Hello my scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. Now for this layout I took that front piece of kind of like, advertising, the piece that has a small example of what each piece of paper looks like in the kit, and I cut that little inch and a bit piece up and I rolled it around my paintbrush there just to give it a little bit of a flick at the edge. I then took, on the back side of that paper was this beautiful pink, blush pink kind of colour. I then took the branding strip of that to put at the bottom of my white paper. And now I'm going to layer up all of those little curly edges of all the different colours of pattern papers to kind of make a little rainbow section along here. When this does go into my album, of course, it's going to get flattened down and it's not going to have that beautiful sort of curly effect that it would have. It'd be great for putting in a shadow box or maybe for displaying in your craft space. But if you're going to pop it into your album, it is definitely going to get squashed down. So because of that, I was careful to think about where the pages would sit when they were flat. So you can still see the branding strip down across the bottom of the paper when it falls flat. And I'm going to be careful where I place these next ones as well. Of course I want them to overlap a little bit, but I do want to make sure that both of the sort of layers can be seen. I do apologise for the noise that you might hear in the background. I'm currently on holiday with my family at a family caravan park type place, and there are a lot of kids out. It's a nice summer's day and the kids are out swimming in the pool, jumping on the trampoline, riding around, so you can definitely hear that in the background. That was a little person on their bike with training wheels that you could hear rattling past just then, much to Jack's horror, because it's not super late at night, but it's after 8:30 and we've made our children go to bed, much to their horror that there are other kids still out and about. But we are close to New Year's Eve now and he will definitely have a late night then. So let's gather up as much sleep as we can, I say. Now the photos that I'm scrapbooking today, these are quite old. These are back from August when it was book week at school and Thomas dressed up as Zog, which is a book from Julia Donaldson. Very much influenced by me. This is what I wanted him to dress up as, so I could make the beautiful costume. And I made him a head and wings out of cardboard that we attached kind of like a mask, I suppose, or like a crown. It kind of sits around his head. And then I got a really cheap pink tracksuit off Temu. I was not expecting it to be bright. Fluoro pink, I shouldn't say pink, I meant orange. I wasn't expecting it to be fluoro orange. I thought it would be a bit more of a muted orange, but there was nowhere else I could find a orange tracksuit. They just don't really seem to exist. Surprise, surprise, parents don't really want to dress their children in orange. So we just rolled with that, and then I got some felt to make his tummy. It was just white felt that I painted a sort of yellow border on, drew some lines with my Sharpie across horizontally across his tummy, and then made the star to go on his chest. If you are not familiar with the story Zog, it's really beautiful. It is about this beautiful dragon who has to go to dragon school and learn how to be all the things that mean dragons do, blow fire and steal princesses and all of that kind of stuff. But he's a nice dragon and he actually ends up befriending a princess and becoming her ambulance so that she can be a doctor, because that's what dragons do. So it's a really beautiful story. So I love that. I decided that the top sort of line here, the strip where all of the little strips of paper joined together, for want of a better word, strip, was feeling a bit bland. So I used the ribbon that Steph popped in this month's kit to kind of layer that on. I also had put a strip of this ribbon down along the branding strip edge as well, and I really loved the way that kind of helped finish off the different sections and give it that polished look, which was really cute. I do also adhere it. I wonder about doing this and then I don't do it, but spoiler alert, I go back later and I do it. So here I am putting one down along the bottom as well. I just decided it needed, I don't know, something else to finish it off a little bit. It is a lot noisier than when I first come out. I do apologise. It is crazy. I'm sure these people will leave in a moment. Please bear with me here. I'm sorry. They're just kind of walking past our cabin. So as they chatter along, I'm sure they'll go to bed soon. Come on, it's late. It's after 8:35. Anywho, so I also adhere the ribbon onto the back as well. Here I go now, just with a little bit of ATG tape. Now, if I was at home, I would probably use glue to put that ribbon on. The tape wasn't ideal just because it's that little bit thick, but it does definitely hold it in place. I then pour out, I actually cut, so I fussy cut all of the pieces off the like leafy sprigs section. I cut apart the sticker sheet and then all of the ephemera. I kind of mixed them all together because I just want to use bits of all of it. So they're all in together in one big bag. I then just emptied this whole bag out and I'm just trying to do a little bit of colour matching. I decided to rock out the butterflies because they're beautiful. And I do want to colour match those because it just speaks to me to colour match, to you know, tone on tone my ephemera. So that is what I am doing here with the yellows on the yellows and the teals on the teals and the greens on the greens, and I'm trying to put that on the top part of the layout and the bottom part of the layout as well. I do notice that there isn't as much of the navy blue in the layout, so I do sort of add a little bit of purple in there as well where I need to. But otherwise, I think it's working quite nicely. It is a mixture of stickers and flat ephemera pieces as well as chipboard. And I really love the way this looks coming all together. I think it's really cute. Once I get all these bits on, as you can see, I'm adding in a few word phrases as well, just sort of words that kind of colour match as well as vaguely make sense. I'm not sure the word friend really makes sense with the layout, but it does colour match. Again, these are stickers as well as chipboards. Once I do all of that, I also pull out the enamel dots as well, which is super cute. I was umming and ahhing with the title whether to put the word Zog in the title, but I decided I didn't need to because that first photo has got Thomas holding the book. And it might not be super clear in your video footage, but in real life, it is quite easy to read the word Zog on the front of his book. So I decided to just go with first book week instead. So here are the super cute enamel dots that I'm going to pop out. And I decided to pull out those really teeny tiny love hearts and keep them in little clusters of 2 just because they're beautiful and I really like them. And I'm just adding those again, tone on tone, to different sections of the papers. It just looks super cute. I cannot help myself at all. I also need to apologise for the craziness that is happening with my camera. As you know, I am on holiday, so I am working with a really unique setup. I have 2 chairs, and on top of my chairs, I have seated the drying area, the clothes hanger, the clothes dryer. You know, like if you wash your clothes and it's raining outside and you hang them on the indoor clothes area. I've opened that up and I've set it on top of the chairs, and then my phone is just balancing on like the wires that your clothes would usually hang on. So I am definitely working with what I've got here, hence the shadows and the yellowy light, because of course I don't have my proper natural lights and all of that kind of stuff as well. But I think, considering my circumstances, I think it has worked really, really well. My close-up photos that you'll see at the end are also on top of the clothes era. I've put a towel down on the era to have like a white background, and then I've taken the era outside to take these photos. Look, is it perfect? No. Does it work for a month? Of course it does. We will live with it. And then next month we'll be back to regular scheduled programming at my normal desk with my normal photos. But the show must go on, right? So here are my close-ups now. I really love the way this layout came out. I love the texture with those little flicky up bits and the tone-on-tone embellishing. I think that is super fun. Thank you so much for watching. I do apologize for the background noise. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, happy, scrappy week, and I will see you all again really, really soon. Bye.